I must find this Goonies lunchbox. I used to have one when I was a kid, and it was one of my absolute favorite possessions ever. Because I used to secretly store all of my little homemade inventions and gadgets in it. Right here next to my turkey sandwich and oh, gross. Get out of there. I'd take it to school, show off my creations, and it made me feel just like my hero from the Goonies movie, Data, the master of all gadgets. Somewhere along the way though, as I was growing up, my Goonies lunchbox got lost to the sands of time. Just like One-Eyed Willie's treasure and OG Otter Pops. Rest in peace, Poncho Punch. So now, as an adult, I've been on a mission to find another one. Exhibit A, my legendary lunchbox wall. My humble collection of 40 old school lunchboxes from the 80s and 90s. This has been about 3 years in the making, and we got a lot of heavy hitters on here. Rambo, He-Man, Indiana, Gizmo, Garfield, Zach Galifianakis. But even after 3 years, still no Goonies. And here's why. I'm guessing my parents probably paid around $5 or $10 for it back in the 80s. But since then, because of nostalgia and lore and just the unique moment of time when it was released, which I'll explain more on that later, it's basically turned into a holy grail piece for a lot of other super dorks like me. So now, if you can find one, it usually goes for like $500 on eBay, which really sucks butt because Goonies never say buy it now. So we're going on a quest. Here's the plan.
A 2,000-mile road trip from Utah to Arizona.
Apparently there are 2 huge antique malls out there, and they might be my best bet at having any kind of chance at all of finding an authentic Goonies lunchbox in the wild at a reasonable price. Plus, as a pretty cool bonus level, my mom lives down there too. Which, by the way, we did think about riding our bikes to Arizona instead of driving, just to make it a true Goonies adventure.
You're too fat, Dad.
So, since we've got about a 10-hour drive ahead of us...
Why is this lunchbox so rare and so hard to find today? And what makes it so special to other collectors across the country? The Goonies lunchbox was originally released in 1985 by Aladdin Industries out of Nashville, Tennessee. They were like the Funko Pop of lunchboxes. If there was a popular movie, TV show, cartoon, or toy line, Aladdin probably had the licensing rights to make a lunchbox for it. For most of the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, Aladdin's lunchboxes were all metal. Like this Marvel one from 1976, I've got this Superman one from 1978, and the current crown jewel of my collection, a 1982 ET in excellent condition, complete with the thermos and original tag. When the Goonies came out in 1985 though, things had already started shifting. Aladdin was phasing out metal in favor of plastic, and since the movie wasn't instantly famous, they only made a plastic version and the production run was low, likely under 10,000 units. And now 40 years later, collectors think only a few hundred lunchboxes have survived. I'm really hoping at least one of those lunchboxes ended up at one of those antique malls in Arizona. So my mom always does this thing whenever we visit where she stands frozen like a statue in her front yard and just pretends to completely ignore us. I'm not 100% clear on why she does it, and it's actually very unsettling in real life, but I'm not gonna ask her because I freaking love it and I never want her to stop. Her neighborhood is basically a mini paradise, like right in the middle of the desert. There's these cute little rabbits everywhere. Don't fool yourself though. Their bite is more poisonous than a king cobra's, and they will absolutely rip you to shreds. This is her awesome backyard. Beautiful, but there's a bunch of spiky green death balls you want to stay away from right there. Everyone in Arizona has a massive air conditioning unit. This one's taller than I am, and I think it runs on like plutonium or something. I've actually got some sneaky plans for this backyard though, something we're gonna do before we head back home. Nothing too dangerous inside. You got a little yoga rock garden, whatever this thing is, and then a sort of time travel looking thing that Miss Reboot has somehow already snuck herself into. Lastly, this is my mom's happy place. Bright yellow wall, comfy red couch, art that looks very Nickelodeon-ish. She's always just sort of been the CEO of peace and love. Pretty happy. Since it was still sunny out, we hopped back in the car with my mom and made an unplanned stop at this place we saw off the freeway on our way here. It's called the Rustic Sahara. I don't think it's gonna have the lunchbox that we're looking for, but man, this place looks cool. There was a ton of cool handmade stuff here. No lunchboxes or retro toys, but we did see this pretty rad statue of either Bigfoot or that guy from Minecraft.
I'm Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison.
the Brass Armadillo in Goodyear, Arizona. So no, it's not the name of a Pokemon. It's a garage sale on steroids. 55,000 square feet of individual vendor booths and showcases. Hundreds of different people rent space here, and they bring in all kinds of stuff.
Gosh.
Wow. Okay, I've definitely never seen one of these before. The sticker says it's a dice tumbler. It's $109. It was sitting right next to this ogre mask for 90 bucks. Then, randomly, Castlevania, TNC Surf Designs, Double Dribble, and Pro Wrestling. There was a wall full of these metal signs, and a bunch of them had original NES cartridge artwork. I dug a little deeper and even found two of my all-time favorites, Skate or Die and Contra. I'm getting distracted in the booth section though, because apparently these glass cases are supposed to be the real gold mines. There are so many shelves in this place, just jam-packed full of nostalgic stuff. You got Teddy Ruxpin back there, a random Gorby Russian dictator doll, some newer releases mixed in like Thundercats and Masters of the Universe. No lunchboxes yet, but I did find our first official sign from the Goonie gods that maybe we're on the right path. What do you think, Rambo?
You know there's more men out there. You know where they are. Find them, or I'll find you.
I did find Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine, multiple different gremlins. Bo Jackson was the man back in the day. This caught my eye too. Watch Mike Tyson as I go back and forth. I thought that was kind of cool. Two Game Boys in really good condition, 90 bucks each, but I gotta save my money for the lunchbox. Same thing here. So many games in this case I would love to get. Then, just when I was losing hope, finally a freaking lunchbox below. It's not red, but it's also not a color I've seen before. This is super cool. I definitely don't have a Tiny Toons, but I did used to watch them back in the day.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony.
And 12 bucks, wow, awesome. So we actually searched all the rest of the shelves that day. We were in there for about 2.5 hours total. But believe it or not, that was literally the only lunchbox I got. I did find a couple cool random board games though. G.I. Joe Adventure from 1982, an original Stratego from way back in 1976, and then a really old Battleship from back in the day.
Milton Bradley's great game of strategy. It's loaded with action and suspense.
J-10. Earl, you struck my battleship.
That commercial is so rad. So day one wasn't a total loss, but we were super tired and it was definitely time for a break. So we went golfing. The rabbits sucked as usual.
Cool swing, bro.
But on the plus side, my mom did get to wear her new bucket hat.
It's a cool hat.
It's a way cool hat. Brass Armadillo number 2 in Phoenix. This place is next level and it's even more jam-packed than the first one we went to. There are like specific themed booths where you can tell people put a lot of time and attention into them. Money's gonna be tight because I spent about $120 on those signs and games yesterday, so this incomplete Ecto 1 is a no-go. I don't remember these though. What the frick is
The Bonkazonks Spider-Man Stackrobatic Stunt Set. Set up your Bonkazonks figures with the trick lifts, launch your figures off the slampoline to try and knock down the bad guys.
Sold. Okay, I'm gonna pause this here, see if you can find what I just found. A lot of the booths look just like this one, where you gotta take your time and rummage through piles of stuff to find what you're looking for. See that red plastic rectangle though? I'm going in. False alarm. These penny candy vending machines were kind of cool. Let's see, what else? Our first lunchbox find. Winnie the Pooh, looks newer, awesome price at only $8.50. I'm gonna pass, but that seemed to give us some good luck because we found 6 more in a row after that. No idea what this one was. I do like the artwork on this Pokemon one, but it looks a little too new. Still, 15 bucks ain't bad. Okay, I got a little excited on this next one. See if you can find it. You can tell it's an Aladdin from here. The shape, that side angle, the handle, but I've never seen a pink one like that. Looney Tunes was close, but it was darker, so this might be something special. Or it may just be nothing at all. Totally blank, both sides. Still kind of wish I would have got it though. 3 more new ones, Daisy and Minnie, Star Wars, and I think that's like Johnny Depp and his friends. Vision was my favorite skate brand as a kid. These 4 guys look vaguely familiar. Something seems off though. This Dr. Love machine was kind of cool. It's supposed to tell you how hot you are for a quarter. This is probably the one and only stuffed animal I had as a kid. I was 10 years old in 1989. Don't tell me what the card is. It's a 10.
Yes.
We were definitely feeling energized on day 2. That Phoenix location was packed with some pretty cool stuff, and we were definitely finding a lot more lunchboxes. But none really even close to the Goonies era, until after about an hour and a half of searching, this happened. I just found something. It's a red lunchbox. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Not my holy grail, but definitely a cool one to add to the collection. We did stick around a little bit longer, found a few more newer lunchboxes, ended up finding a couple really cool TMNT items, an old school 80s phone, Charlie Brown encyclopedias, there's the party wagon, Game of Death on VHS, that was cool, and a secret surprise for my mom's backyard. My mom loves weird angular plastic men with strange facial geometries, distorted Play-Doh foreheads, and massive seashell ears. The kind of guys that look like they're doing a terrible job denying they neither smelt it nor dealt it. Even so, with my mom gone at the moment, we seized the opportunity to make some subtle landscape enhancements. So the next time she walks out back when we're not there, at least there will be a couple of yard demons to watch over her. And honestly, that was so fun outside, we decided to also hide 17 little random plastic mini babies around the house on the inside too. Thank you, Cousin Judy, for the great idea. So next time she's hanging out in her happy place, she might just find a baby and think she's gone insane. Well, didn't quite find what I was looking for this time. That Goonies lunchbox is still out there somewhere. But we did walk away with 2 pretty cool consolation prizes. These are gonna look great on the wall. And maybe the journey is really more important than... Oh, wait. Let's see how long she holds it. Oh, back went out.